Here we are then for the final one in 2022 in the junior Rotax. Let's just remind ourselves, coming into this weekend, the championship table looked like this. It was Ted Bradbury leading from Gabe Fairbrother and then Charlie Hart in third. But as we look at the front row of the grid, well, we're not seeing any of those three drivers there. An incident in one of yesterday's heats sees them way back down. We'll go and try and find them in a moment or two. But the man that's benefited this weekend, who's obviously had a great drive, is Pearson Bullock Carter. Pearson, put yourself in pole position then. How are you feeling ahead of it?
I'm feeling confident, and hopefully I can try and get away and do the best I can. Really.
You've obviously managed to link it all up this weekend to put yourself in this spot. It's been a great weekend for you, has it?
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. The team's done a really good job with me, and hopefully, I can give them the result we all want and expect.
Well, best of luck, sir. Let's go and find then Charlie Hart is back in seventh. There's Angus Scrivener, always keen for an overtake, that man. Let's go and find Charlie Cart, 50. Here he is. We come back here. Charlie, third place in the championship, and yet we find you back here on what, 1, 2, 3, the fourth row of the grid. What's been going on?
So I had a good set of heats. Started on pole for the super heat, had an incident that couldn't really avoid. Dropped us back a bit to seventh, but hoping we're going to win the race and maybe the championship fifth if there's a miracle.
If there's a miracle. I think if one man could pull off a miracle, sir, it might just be you. Come this way, the man that was second place in the championship is here, Gabe Fairbrother. So Gabe, again, not quite a surprise to see you back here. It was obviously the incident yesterday involving yourself, Ted and Charlie. Do you think you can do it from this position on the grid?
Yeah, I'm feeling really confident, but yeah, it's just going to be a fair race, I think. If it's fair, we'll get the result we want.
Tell us how you've been faring this weekend in the heat as well. What's been going on with these tyres? They've been pretty sticky, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they've been alright. I just don't like the Comets, I'm honest. The Mojos are far better, but yeah, can't do much about it.
Well, there we are. It's the tyres we're on, so best of luck to you, sir, and we're all there. Let's just go and find our championship leader, who we got to go all the way back to row 10, 53. Where is he? Where's 53? There he is, Ted Bradbury, giving me a wave. Top man, one of the most stylish men in the paddock. 53, Sam Pollock's racing, Ted. Ted, a surprise to see you all the way back here. Just tell us what's been going on this weekend.
Yeah, we had some bad luck. I made a mistake on the outlap, which caused me to almost DNF, but then I got out, and because I come out the pits, I got a DSQ. But yeah, I've got to go through now, hopefully.
I'm not going to pretend that I've done the championship maths, but have you, from this position, can you still win it? Had you already won it ahead of this super final, do you think?
I've not already won it, but it's very, very close, and I'm here to win and nothing less.
Love it. Best of luck to you, sir. There we go. Ted Bradbury saying it is here to win and nothing less. So on that note, let's go to your race commentators, Jake Sanson and Ali Tadei, with the full grid rundown.
And what a way to end the season in Junior Rotax. Pearson Bullock Carter and Aditya Kulkarni on the front row of the grid from Ollie Stevens and Angus Scrivener. Then Sam Baker and Alex Cole. Charlie Hart is 7th alongside Reece Lomax. Title contender Gabe Fairbrother P9 alongside Ben Price. Just outside the top 10, Gracie Mitchell and Archie Clark going well. Mikey Porter and Lucas Jex from Reuben Kernahan and Stephen Duncan. Then Alex Adams-Acton, Reza Savaruthan, Ethan Head and Ted Bradbury down in P20. Then Taylor and Mackay, Palmer and Watson, Reece Bailey and Ben Cook from Morgan Hudson-Brown and Zaki Hussein, Alex Duncan and Arthur Thacker, and completing the field it's Zugias Pravalonis from Alfie Richards, Carter Kelly and Matthew Lambert. Whoever beats the other in terms of fighting for the victory between Bradbury and Fairbrother is going to be champion, with Charlie Hart hoping they both fall down by the wayside. So as we plough into the first lap, everybody's trying to get through cleanly. Have we all managed to get through in one? No, we haven't. Oh, goodness me, there's 5 or 6 of them all gone off the road together. That's Bailey, Mackay, I think also Finley Watson, Alex Adams-Acton is in there, so too is Ethan Head. All sorts of shenanigans on the opening lap for all 5 drivers. They really get the worst of it as we ride on board with Gabe Fairbrother, and crucially, he's already got ahead of Charlie Hart. Let's have a look at the replay. This is what happens when too many karts go into too small a space together. It's a chain reaction, nothing that any of the 5 drivers involved in it could do, and I'm afraid that's game over already for Adams-Acton, for Watson, for Ethan Head, for Bailey and for Aaron Mackay. I think it's fair to say that both Ethan Head and Finley Watson are out of the race on the spot. The others have recovered, although they've dropped to the back of the field. This is how Aditya Kulkarni took the lead from Pearson Bullock Carter on the opening lap of the race. Kevin has news for us trackside.
Well, just 2 minutes into this one, and it's already looking quite exciting as far as the championship is concerned. I've got my eyes on Ted Bradbury, don't forget. He was our championship leader coming into the weekend. He started back on row 10 in 20th place, but last time by, my live timing is telling me that Ted Bradbury is now already up to 16th, so he's made up 4 places straight away. So all eyes on kart 53, Ted Bradbury. Can he make his way all out the pack? Time will tell. Early stages of this run, the trackside, super exciting to watch, I have to say.
Yeah, live championship points on your screen now. Now, Ted Bradbury, despite where he is, still has a 3-point championship lead at the moment. However, as we look at it coming off the valley, that's Bradbury making up another place. Gabe Fairbrother towards the front of the field has already made up places. He will know if he finishes second and the number 53 car is not the car in front of him, he will know that's enough for him to take the championship. Bradbury also knows he's basically got to win this race. If he wins the race, he wins the championship. If Fairbrother comes second and Bradbury is not in front of him, he wins the championship. That's the dynamic, and both of them know it.
And of course, if anything goes wrong for those two, then Charlie Hart is there to pick up the pieces at the end of the season. Pearson Bullock Carter manages to get back into the lead then. But in the championship standings, there's only 7 points between the 3 protagonists. Bradbury, Fairbrother and Charlie Hart, who bangs in the fastest lap of the race. Here comes a move again on the inside. Fairbrother and Charlie Hart both trying to make the same move. Hart has to wait an additional corner, but boy does he manage to get the undercut move beautifully timed as he now makes his way forward. So there is Charlie Hart in the 50, now in front of Ollie Stevens, picking off some beautiful moves.
Yeah, and Gabe Fairbrother, he is now 1 point behind Bradbury.
Oh, Kulkarni, what a lovely move, and Fairbrother is going to go with him.
Oh, that was for the championship lead.
Oh, so tight. You can't afford to be too risky with Pearson Bullock Carter. He will want to finish the season with a victory. He doesn't care squat about the championship. He wants to bow out on his terms. You can't be too reckless with trying to make that move from the 2 guys in front. They're not competing for a championship, so they've got nothing to lose.
That is the target in front of us for the championship lead for Gabe Fairbrother. We're on board with Fairbrother. He's in 3rd. Now he needs 2nd. If he is 2nd and 53, Ted Bradbury is not in front of him at the end of the race, he wins the title. Now Bradbury also will know he needs 2nd. Can he see him from where he is? At the moment, he probably can't, but he may be getting signals from the side of the track to say what position Fairbrother is in, and he will know. At the end of the day, Bradbury's just got to overtake people.
And that's an off, I'm afraid. Max Taylor in the Ultimate R has gone off at turn 1, and so too has Ben Price. So that's 2 more drivers out of contention here at Three Sisters. There seems to be something going on the pit straight. Kev has news for us, and he's right there in the heart of it all.
Well, just away to my right here on lap 6, kart 25, that is Morgan Hudson-Brown. He's gone off, he's trying to drag the kart back on. The marshal's yelling at him. I think if he can restart, he will, but he's going to have to be careful here because the leaders are coming by. He's in a very dangerous position.
You're not kidding, Kev, and I have said this before, I'll say it again. Kids, pay attention. Do not pick your kart up from the front bumper, pick it up from the rear. It's much easier to move. Karts have a solid rear axle, not a differential, so the wheels do not turn independently. If you pick it up from the front, you're just basically dragging rubber across the ground.
So I'm afraid that's the end of the season for Morgan Hudson-Brown in the worst way possible. Now we've got this terrific battle. Gabe Fairbrother's got Charlie Hart right underneath him, and they're both in a race to the victory to try and get past Pearson Bullock Carter. Here we go on the inside line, and this is going to be the move into the lead of the championship and into 2nd place. Look, he's got it by 1 point as Morgan Hudson-Brown is trying to recover his kart. He does rejoin. There's a stationary yellow flag as they go along Lucy's Valley up to Joey Dunlop, but he has managed to move in time. So that yellow flag is rescinded, but it doesn't matter. Gabe Fairbrother is through into 2nd place. That's what matters, and that's what's going to make last year's vice champion the 2022 champion if it stays like this.
And literally, we've got a great battle going in behind here.
That's Charlie Hart trying to get past Pearson Bullock Carter himself.
Yeah, fantastic battles all the way through, but Gabe Fairbrother will have started this race. He started 9th. He will have known, mark my words, he will have known 2nd place. If 53 isn't in front of me, I am the champion, and he knows that's where he is right now, and he knows he is the current champion. If things stay as they are and he doesn't get excluded after the race, he's got it in his pocket. Bradbury, who's making his way through the
here
field.
goes Fairbrother, trying to dive through on Kulkarni.
No,
Oh!
Now Bradbury won't see that, but he would have hoped they had a tangle there and Gabe Fairbrother takes himself off, because if he had, now that's the thing, Gabe Fairbrother, will he want to win this race? Yeah, he'll go out. He'll want to go out winning it, but he doesn't want to take himself off and give Bradbury the chance to take the championship off him.
You have got to be so careful here, Gabe. A win is a wonderful thing, but a championship win is even more important. And Adi Kulkarni senses that he's going to be vulnerable. He holds him to the line on the inside line. Fairbrother has got to play the tactics here. Think of the long game. You've got time to get this victory in this race. You don't have to rush it. This is going to be very tense, but of course, the longer he sits behind Kulkarni, the faster Bullock, Carter and Hart are going to gain ground on him.
Correct, but here's his problem. Look how close it is behind him. He can't afford to sit there. He's vulnerable to an overtake from behind. And don't forget, if he gets overtaken now, instead of being 1 point in front, he'll drop back to be 1 point behind.
Oh.
Look how close it is. He cannot afford to sit there. He's going to have to go for it.
And Adi Kulkarni wants to end his 2022 season on the top step of the podium. He's come close several times in UKC this year, but this is his best performance of the campaign. So he wants to bow out on the top step. So too does Pearson Bullock Carter, sat in third. So too does Charlie Hart, because that's his only way, realistically, of becoming champion. To beat everybody with a victory and hope that the points still come his way. So Fairbrother is very much in the middle of the danger zone.
Absolutely, and the man at the front of this race at the moment, Adi Kulkarni, this may be the last time you see him in a kart, because next year we understand that he may be going to F4, Jake, so I'm sure you'll be commentating on him at some point on the big circuit.
Well, certainly the Argenti team really do rate this boy. He's going places. You don't win 2 TKM Festival races, finals in one day. Without being superstar talent. That's why Argenti picked him up for Junior Rotax in UKC in 2022. They really rate this boy, and he's doing a brilliant job of defending from Fairbrother and Pearson Bullock Carter. He is literally using all of the racetrack to keep these guys at bay.
He looks like their Ted Bradbury teammate. I mean, if he was a Ted Bradbury teammate, make no mistake, he will be backing up Gabe Fairbrother. He will be slowing down, backing him up into the pack behind, so his teammate wins it.
And there is Bradbury. He's through in about 9th position at the moment, so Bradbury is making his way through the field. Fairbrother goes for the lead of Kulkarni, takes the lead of the race. No, he just held on to that. Kulkarni had great retaliation on him, and he's going to try and come back once again. So it is Fairbrother leading the final. Bradbury has to win the race to win the title, and he's got to overtake all of these boys if he's going to have any chance of doing so. And we've only got 5 minutes on the clock.
But look at this though, there's a group of 8 in the lead battle here, and he's in 8, so he is in it to win it, there's no doubt about it, but he's got to go from 8th, Ted Bradbury, to first place. That's enough for him to win the championship, but these in front are not going to make it easy whatsoever.
Charlie Hart there running in 4th. Ted Bradbury, where is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he's up to 6th. He might be up to 5th or 6th. This is brilliant. All of our championship contenders coming into the weekend are now running in the front of this one. And he's so close out front, I think anyone could take it.
Well spotted, Kev. Ted Bradbury has not given up on this final. He is now just 1 car behind Charlie Hart. He stormed his way past Ollie Stevens for 5th place at the beginning of the lap. And now he is in the hunt for victory, but he's got 2 minutes to try and work his way past first Charlie Hart, his teammate and championship opponent. Then he's got to go past Pearson Bullock Carter. Then he's got to go past Adi Kulkarni. And then, no pressure, he's got to get past the incumbent potential champion, Gabe Fairbrother. This is really going to be a no-holds-barred thrash for Ted Bradbury to get to the victory.
Yeah, but he's run out of time, Jake. He's not going to do it with a minute and 30 and change on the clock. He's just not going to do it from there. He's got to hope there's some sort of issue for Gabe Fairbrother here out front. He's got to hope that man in second, the Argenti driver, Adi Kulkarni, throws one up the inside of Fairbrother and does a Glenny-Gorse park on him and takes him out. And that is pretty much, you don't want to win a championship like that, let's be honest, but you take it if it happens. And that's pretty much all that can happen here for Ted Bradbury. He's too far behind to come from where he is now to the first place position.
Well, this is going to be a fantastic podium if it finishes like this. Fairbrother winning the race and the championship in one go, and he's almost spending more time looking behind him than he is looking in front of him. He's that nervous about Kulkarni getting back through. Adi Kulkarni, this will be his best ever result in a UKC final, and what a performance he has done over the course of 2022 to develop so quickly and get up to this point. He is looking just as capable as some of the Argenti alumni before him, the likes of Dan Ginchard and Alex Powell. He is definitely another chip off that stable. And then in third place, Pearson Bullock Carter. What an end to the season he is having. Great to see him emerging as a contender up amongst the title contenders in the last final of the season. And this is something that he can use and build to take into the 2023 season. Head to ukcglobal.com, by the way. All those of you who want to compete in racing at this level, you're more than able to and more than possible for the 2023 season. Get in the game yourselves, and you can race from the mini classes, the Honda Cadet classes, and even in the senior classes. Excellence knows no age at this level. But this is going to be an interesting end to the season for Adi Kulkarni. Can he get one over on Gabe Fairbrother? He's got one lap to go at the end of this one. We ran out of time just a short while ago, so it's now or never for Adi Kulkarni to snatch the final win of the season.
Gabe Fairbrother knows he's got it. If he had a look over his shoulder now, he'd know he doesn't even need to defend. That is a race-winning advantage as the starter holds out the last lap. Sonny's got a 4-point lead over Ted Bradbury as things stand, and effectively this is all over unless Kulkarni goes for a super lunge and takes him off.
Well, there's definitely super lunges in the middle of the field as well. Everybody's still racing to the line. Doesn't matter if you're not going to win the race, you want to win your battle. So everybody's staying motivated right until the end of the season. But what a performance it has been in Junior Rotax. It may not have been the most nail-biting championship decider to the last corner of the last lap, but all three contenders, Fairbrother, Hart and Bradbury, have given it everything they've got right to the last lap of the season. Gabe Fairbrother will win the race, and with it the title in front of Kulkarni and Pearson Bullock Carter in a brilliant final here at Three Sisters. Excellent end to the UKC season.
I tell you what, that is some superior quality flag waving right there. That is Italian quality right there, Jake. However, I will have to say, if you want to match the Italians, you've got to stand on the track and do it.
That's true.
That's how they do it.
Well, fair play to the Orange Army. They have been amazing all weekend here at Three Sisters. Gabe Fairbrother, though, wins the race and the title by making up 8 places in the final. Kulkarni second, from Bullock Carter, Hart and Bradbury, who made up 15 places to come to P5. But Matthew Lambert went one better than that to charge all the way up 16 places from the grid.
So that's it then for Junior Rotax in 2022, and what a super final it was. It was really close at the end there. Well done to our top 3 though. In the finish was the man that started on pole, Pearson Bullock Carter. He got himself the 3rd step of the podium. Second place then from Argenti was Adi Kulkarni. Well done to you. But how about this? Full credit and kudos must go to Gabe Fairbrother. Starting 9th on the grid after what was a difficult weekend, he took the win. Charlie Hart also, don't forget, he started 7th. He came home in 4th. But what about Ted Bradbury? Ted Bradbury started on the 10th row of the grid in 20th place. He came home in 5th. So our 3 championship contenders all doing the business in that final one there in Junior Rotax. Well done to all of them. Let's go and see what Gabe had to say at the podium.
Gabe, it's been a tough season, that's for sure. Difficult round for you at Glenigorse Park. Another difficult round in a slightly different way at Rowra, where you ended up at the back of the field. But the last 2 rounds you've come strong, and today you've won the final, and it looks like you've got enough championship points to win it all. But it was tough, wasn't it?
It was a tough year, very tough year. We struggled at the start with a red flag, nearly winning the race. Then GYG, we got sadly taken out. Rowra, a mistake on my half, but the team always stuck by me, making sure they did their job every weekend perfect, and we finally showed up for these past few races.
And I like the fact that how old are you now?
16.
So you're 16 and you're expecting responsibility for what happened. I like to hear that. In the same way you were unlucky to get taken out of Glenigorse, but then next time you've held your hands up, and I like to hear that. Who is responsible for your success this season?
Ultimate are 100%. I can't thank them enough for these past few weekends, winning me the GP plate, winning me the UKC. I mean, what a team. My mechanic Aidan, never like getting angry with me, always staying calm, telling me to keep my head. My dad for taking all the time off and to take me to these tracks. My mum for supporting me at home. Everyone who came to watch me, and everyone who's ever supported me, and Chaos Sports Engines.
Addy, second place in Junior Rotax today. Looking at you, you're quite tall already. Are you staying in juniors for next year, or are you moving up?
We don't really know the plans for next year yet, but hopefully it's into cars.
Okay, and what sort of thing could we expect to see you in, maybe?
F4 looks like the next step up, so we'll give it everything to go there.
Okay, and who's responsible for your success this year?
The whole of Argenti Motorsport, Danny Sweeney, my mechanic Louis Diamond, and both my parents.
Pearson, 2 podiums to finish the season. That's about as good as it gets, I guess. 2 podiums right at the end of the season.
Yeah, it was good towards the end. Obviously, we moved teams and we felt like I've had a lot more pace and a lot more confidence as I've been with a new team. So it's been good to end the season in UKC.
And who is responsible for your success?
The whole of Jack's, my dad, Jack, Dodge and Jim, and all my family for supporting me.
What an end to the Junior Rotax season. Just 10 points separate the podium finishers. Gabe Fairbrother, Ted Bradbury and Charlie Hart. They've given us an amazing season. Pearson Bullock Carter, best of the rest in P4 from Reese Lomax and Stephen Duncan, with Sam Baker and Addy Kulkarni ahead of Archie Clark and the Charmander, Ewan Charman.
So that's it. We have 2 championship titles decided in 2022 in the Ultimate Karting Championship. Join us in the next programme, though, when we'll be bringing you the super final action and the 3 remaining champions in Sodi, Micromax, Minimax and Honda Cadet. Until then, though, from myself, Kev Harris and all of the team here at Three Sisters Circuit in Wigan, see ya.